Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Victoria and this is Love for Less. And for today's video, we're standing in the yard because we're going to be doing some gardening. We're going to be making some DIY hanging terrariums using these gorgeous, so cute succulents that I bought at my local nursery. We're going to be making hanging glass terrariums with them for the kitchen. Really fun, really fresh, very spring. Super beginner friendly, DIY friendly, apartment friendly, renter friendly, all the fun. So I really hope you guys will want to follow along with this. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get into what you're gonna need for today's video. First thing is, of course, some beautiful succulent plants. You can buy these pretty much anywhere. Hardware stores. I got most of these at a nursery, and as you can see, some are quite large and some are relatively small. So depending on the size of your succulent as well as the variety, you're going to be paying a different price point. Next is some cactus and succulent potting mix. I use Miracle-Gro, and I've already gone ahead and put some in a bowl just for easy pouring. You're also going to need some of these crystal orbs in various shapes. I picked mine up at my local dollar store. I will find some dupes and link them down below for you guys. And then I also picked up these geometric ones from Michael's. And this is another way, if you don't want to go hanging, they look really cute. I also went ahead and picked up some cactus liquid plant food at the nursery when I was picking up the succulents. Of course, this is optional. You don't need to buy the plant food, but I just figured I want to give them their best chance. So you're also gonna need some moss. I have 2 packs here in different color. This is reindeer moss. I believe I also picked it up at the dollar store. I might have picked it up at Walmart, but it was definitely inexpensive. You're going to need some hydrostone, and this part is extremely important. These are hydrostones. I'll link them down below. They're a sort of really lightweight porous little stone that goes at the very bottom of the orb. Since there's no natural drainage going on, it's going to help absorb some of that water. So definitely need some of these hydrostones. Keeping in mind that succulents really need sort of a drier environment, like a cactus, and that our orbs are not going to have any natural drainage. These are what's going to make sure that our plants don't get overwatered. You really need specifically the hydrostone. You can't just get any sort of little stone. I'm not sure that it's going to do the same thing, but we're going to put about 1.5 inches at the bottom of each orb, and that's what's going to absorb all of that extra water. I also picked up a bunch of sands and different decorative stones and some seashells that I've collected along the beach, and that's just going to be for decoration. We're going to make an air plant terrarium. They don't have roots, which is why they're called air plants, so they don't need soil. So it's a little bit different. We're just going to take our terrarium. We're going to fill it up with some decorative sand, decorative moss. Gonna add some seashells, some stones, and voila! Done! So your recipe is gonna be pretty much the same no matter how many times you do it. Hydrostones at the bottom. The second layer is gonna be your succulent and cactus soil, a layer of moss, some more soil over top of that. And then you just go ahead and add your succulents. And decorate it however you want. You can put some decorative sand, some stones, seashells, whatever you want. if you don't want to make the hanging glass terrariums, you can still use all of these tips to make a regular terrarium. Now that we're done planting, we're going to move on to the liquid plant food. It's by Schultz and it's a 277 cactus liquid plant food. And I was told that this also works for succulents. So we're going to mix that up according to the directions on the box. Shake bottle well before each use. Use once or twice a month. 14 drops per liter of water. So I already have half a liter, so I'm going to go ahead and add 7 drops. Mix that up. What I like about these big ones, the holes on the side, make it really easy. For regular watering, I like to use a sprayer. Alright, so this is the spot where the succulents are going to be hanging. It's a really big window right above my sink. I just took off some blinds that were there when we moved in and that we quite frankly never opened. First thing we're going to do is fill in that little hole. We're going to be using sanding blocks. Spackling complex. I like this one, the Drydex by DAP. It goes on pink, but it dries white, so then you can very easily tell when it's ready. And of course, a plastic spatula. And now that we're done patching up a wall, comes the fun part, hanging the terrariums. You're gonna need, of course, the terrariums that we just made, a drill and an appropriate size drill bit. Is Power brand, and I'll link everything down below. You also need some clear fishing line, and I'm using the 4-pound size. Hooks, I got these at the dollar store. Wire cutters and some pliers. First things first, you're going to want to trim your fishing line to size. Keep in mind that we're going to be using 2 lengths of fishing line, one on either side of the hanging terrarium. So measure that as long as you need it. Add a couple extra inches because it's better to have too much than not enough. You can always go back in and trim it. I'm going to use the clear fishing line, but I figured for demonstrating it would be easier if I use some twine so you guys can see. So you're going to have your length, join the 2 tails together, and then you're just going to loop it through and pull. And your knot should look like a pretzel. If you take these pliers, you can close your loop. That about wraps it up for today's video, guys. I really hope that you enjoy this. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up below. Click the little notification bell so that you can get notified when a new video goes up and you can be right in the know. I will be posting new videos each and every week. Let me know in the comments what you thought about today's video. Is this something that you are going to try in your own house? If you do, send me a picture on Instagram. I would love to see it. Tag me. Sound off in the comments what kind of videos you want me to post going forward. Would you like more DIY stuff, organizational stuff? And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.